we have the most exciting episode ever today. Welcome to Touches to Spare. You're
Okay.
here with your hosts, the one and only Terry, straight from Terry on the block, actually, straight from New York, and Veer, straight from Trinidad. Okay, so today's episode, we're actually gonna go do a Prem preview. Oh, it came up on the screen, silky smooth there. Well done.
Timing.
Well done. Timing is everything in life, by the way.
Yeah.
Please
Beer.
listen to our predictions for the season. Comment yours as well. We would love to see how we close off the year.
We will see. All right, let's get started. The Premier League is back, and it will be very enticing this season. As always, the English teams have had an incredible window, splashing the cash left, right, and center. But the goal stopped Manchester City. They won a treble last year. Will they be motivated? Let's start it off at the top. Who win the Prem?
Well, you go first, please. Please, be my guest. You go first. I would love to hear you first.
I think Arsenal.
What? I did not expect you to say that.
I think Arsenal. I'll give you my nothing to do with the Community Shield,
Right.
but I do get the sense of for City, kind of end of a cycle in a sense. They finally go over the mountaintop. Now Guardiola's excellent at getting motivation out of his players. If they falter, and he's gonna get into them. He move players around. You saw what he did last year with the kind of new setup. He won't hesitate to do something drastic to kind of keep the juices flowing, keep the motivation there. So I don't think like they're gonna
competitive for sure.
exactly. I don't think they're gonna fall apart. But I think Arsenal learned a lot of lessons that they needed to last year. And I think Declan is just going to, he's going to bring, like in games where they faltered, and he's going to bring that extra level to them. Now, one thing I will say, I'm going to give myself a little caveat, a little get out of the jail free card here.
Let me hear
Europe is a beast, and it changes the entire season, especially Champions League football. Arsenal have not been there for how long? A few years now. As much as they can be excited this season, they saw how much the Community Shield meant to them.
Yeah.
Europe is just you can't even prepare for what Europe is gonna end up doing to you once it starts, especially at the highest level. But I have a feeling, I just feel like I think City take a step back this year potentially, and then maybe next year they go win again. And I think they can have a big summer next year. My hot take is that Arsenal can win the Premier League this season. He's back.
Everybody is kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
When Veer puts on this, it means a hot take is coming. Action, commotion in the. One day you have to sing it with me, brother. Oh,
I'm not saying I'm the beat man.
In the place, commotion in your face. Right. Okay.
Wait, before you go, I know what you're gonna say.
No, you don't. You have no idea what I'm gonna say.
Wait.
You're going to say it first.
Liverpool.
All right, you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Yeah, first of all, City, right? I think that I agree with you. I think City is gonna be complacent. Fun fact: no team has ever won the Prem 4 years in a row. City have just won it for a third year in a row.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a little hump. Records are meant to be broken. And remember that, kids. Don't ever let a record scare you from doing something. But in this case, it's not going to be broken. Right?
This would be 5 out of 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 4 in a row, which has never been done before. But I don't think it's going to be done. I have Liverpool winning the league in my mind because I think they have been the closest competitors and challengers to City over the last few years. I mean, last year, Arsenal obviously was. I think they lost by 5 points at the end of the season. But I think Liverpool consistently have like that mentality, and they've gone neck and neck with City. And I think this year they're gonna give them proper pressure. But this is again my get out of jail free card that you just used. I don't think City is winning.
Okay.
Unlike you, I am basing this on the Community Shield and what I saw. I think that either Liverpool or Arsenal is gonna win the league.
Okay.
Right?
So kind of
My money is on Liverpool. But I do think that Arsenal is going to put a lot of pressure on them. And if Liverpool don't sort out that defensive midfield gap that they have right now,
Yeah.
I think that they're gonna set themselves back a bit. And I think Arsenal is the same. I mean, the additions they made, class. Even the fact that they've come in and brought in David Raya to compete with Ramsdale, who was suspect at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Like, that is showing intent, because everybody says
Yes.
Ramsdale is one of England's best keepers, but Arsenal is not playing. They realize we need to put some pressure on Ramsdale, maybe start David Raya. We need somebody who's going to carry us, and their intent is completely on winning the league.
Like I was gonna say, they don't have to focus on Europe. Kind of true, right?
Yeah,
They can probably get away
kind
playing
of.
a lot of backup teams there. You know,
Yeah, exactly. I think that they may rotate.
yeah, for
Playing
sure.
Harvey Elliott and friends in those
And
games.
Doak, who
In
been
the cast.
killing it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I do see that. I will say this. I would have been a bit more confident in Liverpool if Henderson stayed. Not just because of his play on the pitch. He's not exactly the same player he used to be. But I feel like, his leadership, they lost both Henderson and Milner in the same year. So a lot of shuffling there. Virgil going to take over as captain. I think Trent is vice.
And I like that. That's what
No, I do
my
like
next
that.
point was. I like the fact that the two of them are captain and vice captain. I think when you saw the videos of Klopp telling them, like giving them, I like how they look and how they felt about it. Like, it looked like they were ready for that challenge now. Money on Liverpool this year. Money on Liverpool this year. I have Liverpool on.
I wouldn't be shocked. I will say this. So I think Alexis is going to be good, right? Used to the Prem.
Alexis Sanchez isn't played anymore, bro.
No.
I just joking. I just joking.
No, I think so. I think, but you're reshuffling a midfield, right? And that takes time no matter what. Dominic Szoboszlai is going to have to adjust. And, that could go either way. We see a lot of times highly rated players, some of the leagues, come in and maybe they don't have a great first season, but then they take off from their second season, right? Or maybe they take off 6 months in. 6 months in could be a little bit too late. But Klopp will get, you see what happened with Liverpool last year, as we know, kind of what we predicted might happen to City is Liverpool reached that kind of mental end of a cycle last year. You can just see the players you can't operate. It's like kind of like teams that operate under Jose Mourinho at times. Like it's a kind of burnout period of being amped up.
Yeah, you're mentally drained because you're always at 100.
Exactly. So we saw Liverpool go to that
last year. That's why I feel after these episodes.
Because we are at 100. So we'll see. I think we're on the same page though, because we both kind of see City maybe faltering.
I'm surprised by this. I am surprised that we're on the same page. I feel like this is the only thing we're going to be on the same page on as well.
All right, let's see. I would say this though. If Pep gets this group, since you think Pep he just does different things all the time. And that's one thing I admire about Pep is that it's so, like we said, we spoke about this in the right back show, with Cancelo and how they found more solidity in the back. And I don't want to say Pep invented something new, but a very just different setup. I can see Pep again just doing something different. And, and I think because of his tinkering, he's a new tinker man. Shout out to Claudio Ranieri. I just see there's a chance he could again turn the tables, right? I think Julian Alvarez, that's somebody who's hungry,
and
right?
He looked pretty lively in the Community Shield, by the way. Like
Palmer,
because it came on and scored. Because I was surprised. I was like, well, how is Phil Foden on the bench? But I was expecting Phil to come in as like somewhere in the middle, start to transition into the middle. That's what my hope was for Phil. But I see Julian Alvarez playing off of Erling in that game, and I'm like, you're looking hungry, and you're looking like you're gonna keep Phil off the field for a little while. Give me your top 6 then for Europe in the Prem. We know who you see. You have Arsenal winning. You could list it, and you don't need to go into detail, I guess.
I have Arsenal, City, Liverpool.
City second?
Yeah, but close.
Yeah.
But very, like honestly, I kind of feel like City and Liverpool could be interchangeable, but we could have a really good fight where it's really 3 teams in there. Yeah. I'm going to be so angry in 3 months when City are 12 points clear.
Yeah. We are 4th. That's what I really want to hear.
4th is tough, but I'm going to go with United.
Okay.
I think United come in 4th.
5th.
Tottenham 5th.
That's 6th. That is under the assumption that Tottenham retain the good old Harold.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I see Newcastle maybe
Tell me.
struggling more with the prospect of Europe.
I am getting so angry because I
Yeah,
have
same
such
thoughts.
similar views. And it's pissing me off right now. But when I get to me, go ahead now.
It's tough. You know what it is? I'll say this. When you go back into Europe, it is more than you think. You know? It's a rhythm to the schedule, there's a rhythm to the traveling. It's a thing you have to kind of get a little bit used to. Newcastle, I don't want to say they overachieved last year. People know where that project is going. You're going to see what Tonali adds to that team. It's exciting to see what he's going to do. That midfield looks incredible. You know, they've been building that team, but Europe is just a different level. You know, it's just more stress, not just the quality of opponents, but the fact you have to travel. It just changes the whole week. You know, and you know the FA does not help English teams with regards to scheduling. They don't move games around or
so they hate the teams. They hate the players on the teams for sure.
They don't care. So
they just care about one thing.
Exactly.
Viewers, money, like it's
we know what it
business.
is.
It's a business.
So we'll see. I didn't say Chelsea.
It's shocker. I realize.
Yeah, but that's kind of my top six. So if I can remember, it was what? Arsenal, City,
Liverpool,
United. Who did I say fifth?
You said Tottenham.
I said Tottenham and Villa.
And then Villa.
Yeah. Oof. What about you?
Okay. All right. So I have Liverpool winning the league.
Okay.
I have Arsenal second.
Okay.
City third. Very close race between all three. Like I said, I think Arsenal could win the league. I don't think City is going to win it, but I have Liverpool winning. Fourth, I had Chelsea before they also did not sign and have not signed Caicedo. There are rumors about Tyler Adams, so they're still lacking a centre mid. Christopher Nkunku, who is my savior and Lord, has gone down injured. Who God knows he had knee surgery. Who knows how long he's going to be out?
3 months, 4 months, a long time, man.
Yeah, 4 months is a real long. You're missing 33 and a third percent of the season. More than that, you're missing 40% of the season.
And then he has to integrate.
Exactly.
And even that's going to take another.
You have to get fit. And you're missing half a season at least. So I bombed them off. I put United in fourth.
Okay.
I put in Chelsea in fifth though. And I am putting I have Tottenham / Villa. The Tottenham thing is if Harry Kane stays, it really is up to that. But I also have Villa. I like Villa. And again, my explanation is the same as yours with Newcastle and Europe. I think that's a tall order for that. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult for sure.
Okay, so relegated. Who's gonna get relegated? Luton. Great story. I love you. They're going down. The team isn't like.
Are we gonna turn into one of those memes? I guess not, because nobody watches the show. But like you know the one from last year where everybody was saying that Bournemouth was gonna get relegated.
Yeah,
and they made a whole video on it. Yeah.
This is
Luton. This is Luton this year.
I think
Luton relegated though.
I think their thought process is deeper, right? They got the Prem money this year. They didn't really spend it. So you go back down, but now you have a lot of money. You get a couple, Premier League quality players. You go back down to the Championship with way more money. You could then come up and stay. I think a lot of teams.
You on the board of Luton or what?
You know me. But I think a lot of teams that are in the Championship, depending on what kind of investment you want to make, is long term, right? You could go up to the Prem, spend money, then come back down. Yeah, you'll get the parachute payment for a year. But then you could be stuck in the Championship. Championship is so hard. You'd be stuck there for a decade, right? If they pot it out, you're not going into any kind of league thinking you're not gonna, you want to stay up. But you go up there, you keep the money, don't spend it, come back down, build a relatively Championship. When you go back up, you're guaranteed you're gonna be in the top 15. It could be better long too. So I see Luton going down. They haven't done enough. The Prem is too competitive. They haven't done enough.
So everybody who really wants to enjoy them being in the league this year, so that they can say Luton fire. Enjoy it because they're going down. And
I love that team, man. I love what they did. The rise is beautiful, is what football is about. And the Championship will be what they're about next year.
And speaking of Bournemouth and them not getting relegated last year, I have them getting relegated this year. They finished 15th last year. Yeah, they finished 15th. I think that was kind of like a little fairy tale run, even though it was just for them to stay up, but they played extremely well. They added your boy, Justin Clivert.
My boy.
I don't know what the expectation is. He's also on my fantasy team this year, by the way. I drafted him. I like Philip Billing, who's also why do I have so much Bournemouth players on my team? And I think they get relegated. But I really don't think that they have it this year. I think teams are going to be much more prepared for them. So I think they're going down this rounds.
My hot take about Bournemouth is their manager. Hero, don't do it. This is not no La Liga bias. I knew my experience with him from last year. Rayo Vallecano were in the European places and they have no money. Their board is horrible. Fran Garcia, who's going to be Real Madrid's starting left back, developed under Iraola last year. Iraola was a really good right back for Athletic Bilbao for years when we were growing up. Really, like Spain has been producing so many good managers. I think he's a better manager than Lopetegui, who just is out at Wolves, who are going down. That's the other team. But
you have Wolves going down?
Wolves going down. I have Wolves going down. I have Wolves, Sheffield. So I have Wolves, Sheffield, and Luton. That's my three. I think, listen,
Wolves,
as a new
Sheffield,
league.
Luton. I like Sheffield, boy.
Like Sheffield? I don't know. They sold Sanderberger, or at least he's about
to
be sold.
Going down, boy.
Ooh, I have Burnley staying up and being surprising. I have Burnley. Let company cook. Let Watson cook. I like how Burnley play. The only thing is Burnley. So two things, Bournemouth and Burnley. At least let me talk about Bournemouth first with Iraola. He's a real ambitious, aggressive coach. So they could be losing every game 6-4. Like that's how he's gonna play. So it's gonna be one of those things where I can definitely see them spring a complete surprise.
I think you said it right. They're going to be losing 6-4. They're going to lose 6-4. And they're going to get relegated.
It's one of those things where the magic could go either way, but he's a very good coach. I'm telling you, they got listen, Mikel Arteta, you saw what he did at Arsenal. Iraola, I wouldn't have this much faith if it wasn't for him. Okay, you see. So that's a good one. I'm excited for that. I think Burnley stayed up too.
I like the fact that we have completely different views on the relegation. This will be a good one.
So wait, who's the other two? So you have Luton.
I have Bournemouth and Burnley, who you both think are going to do extremely well.
Nah, Wolves and Sheffield.
You have Sheffield and Wolves.
Yeah.
I like Sheffield. I think Wolves will be in the relegation battle. They just seem like they depreciated in value by the second. Their players depreciated. Yeah. Their stadium depreciating. Like me no good on that. But
Wolves just kind of feel like it just died out.
I could see Wolves saying, but I think they'll come like 16th or something.
Okay, all right. I see Burnley. So I see Burnley just to finish. I see Burnley in the top 15, and I see Bournemouth finishing. Yes, I think Burnley. Ooh, I'm ready for Burnley. They dominated last year in the championship.
Parker licks on
incredible. All right. Let me see. That'll be a good one.
You've been opening game, eh?
That starts City's demise.
On Friday. I think you're playing on Friday. Sorry.
Company has it all figured out.
You have to give me a flop of the season, player of the season, and top scorer. Are the three things I want to hear. Flop of the season could be a team or a player or both if you want.
Ooh. Flop of the season.
You want me to go first? Because it looks like you pondering a little bit. So my flop of the season, I have, as a team, I have Newcastle. We've already stated it. I think that they're going to flop. Not flop, but they're going to do a lot less well than they did last year because of the European strain on the team, right?
Okay, fair.
I think that one is clear cut for me. The player, and this is why I still have on the bandana, because this is the hot take. The flop of the season for me is going to be Erling Haaland. Right? I think that not that he's not going to score goals. He could still be top scorer with 20 goals in league. But he's not going to be the goal scorer he was last year, is what I think. And like I said, I think City is going to decline a bit. They're complacent, and I think he's going to be part of that. So I have him as a flop in comparison to what the expectation is for him in delivering goals.
For his level. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You wanna give yours, or you want me to continue?
I like that choice. Obviously, listen, sky high expectations, and obviously after that season last year, like you said, compared to expectations, I can see that.
I'm gonna take off the banana now.
My flop, and I feel bad because I like him a lot as a player, I just don't really trust how he's going to fit into the Prem specifically. Is Paul Torres. I think so. Listen, I've watched him a lot in Spain as well. Paul Torres is very good when he has the ball.
I do not
right?
like him.
And
When
he has the ball and things are moving well, when you force him to turn his body and shift and chase, not going to be there. And even at Villarreal at times I said that got exposed. I think he's going to be in too many one-on-one situations against pacey players at times. I think he even played a little bit of left back when Mourinho was out in preseason, whatever.
I think he did.
Yeah, which again, is one of those. No, Emery, again, another great coach. So Emery, and also Emery coached him before. So Emery's not going to put him directly in positions where he's going to be exposed. But, I think Diego Carlos, who is injured, is going to actually have a really good year for Villa. And I think Paul Torres is going to floppy a little bit. But I don't think it's going to be some disastrous flop. The real secret flop is Kai Havertz.
Of course.
Oh boy, meaning, but we'll see. I like your flop. That's a good one. Top scorer.
I have.
We are the same person.
The one and only.
Okay. He can't even say he's up. Let's pretend he's gone.
Well, I have Mo Salah.
Yeah, Mo Salah. I was going to say the exact same thing. I think Mo Salah.
I have Harry if he stays in the league, and Mo Salah if he's not.
Mo Salah is going crazy this season, and then he's going to Saudi Arabia next year.
Exactly. That's why I have Liverpool winning the league. I think all that computes to them having a season of a lifetime under Mo Salah's tutelage.
And he's out. What was the last
player this season? But that's to me, my player this season was Salah already. My player this season was Salah.
Martin Odegaard. If Arsenal win the league.
You have Arsenal winning,
if Arsenal winning that league.
So you have Martin Odegaard winning player of the year, Arsenal winning league, and Kai Havertz being flop, even though he can probably start in multiple positions, because in Community Shield, he filled a little number 9 gap for them. Yep. There's a couple of chances, but he wasn't bad. He was a better fit in that position than Erling on the opposite side, who was null and void. Saliba was back pocketing him, flicking him away. Anyway.
All right, so that's our Prem preview. A lot of interesting takes there.
45 minutes.
But some good. There's some fun takes there as we got down the table. Things got a little bit more exciting. But as always, it'll be an exciting season in England this year. And my hope as a football fan is that we actually get a real. We did kind of last year, and obviously we got a couple of years ago in Liverpool. But we'd like to see a great title race this year. Too many years, honestly. Like as much as the Premier is exciting, you had City just kind of felt inevitable. And I think in this year, we see a little bit more competition at the top, and it should be pretty exciting.
So please, if you're watching, comment and let us know who your top 6 are, who you think is going to get relegated, and maybe even comment your player of the season, top scorer, flop of the season, and let's compare notes as we progress through the season and at the end of the season as well.